Alright, so I'm going over deadweight loss, picking up from the last video on consumer and producer surplus. And deadweight loss is how much value do we lose when the market is not in equilibrium. So the first thing we need to think about is how is the market out of equilibrium, and the classic example is the government puts a price cap on some products. So we're going to say that the government has passed a law that says you cannot charge more than $30 for a massage. That sounds great from the consumer's perspective at first. But once we realize what happens with the price cap, we may not be so happy about it. So previously, these two producers were willing to produce a massage for $20, and those two producers are still willing to produce for $20. They're completely okay with getting that extra $10. The problem happens when we get to person number 3. And I apologize, I previously in the last video forgot about person number 3 and skipped over them, but that's fixed now. Person number 3 is willing to provide for $35. They will give a massage. If the government says you can't charge more than $30, then person number 3 says, no way, I'm not going to participate in the market. I'm not going to provide a massage for $30. I have better things to do with my time. I can make more money going somewhere else to do something else. So this person will not participate, and neither will anybody after this. The person who will provide one for $40, they're not participating. $50, they're not participating. So none of these producers are willing to participate at all. So actually, there's only going to be 2 massages in this total market. That's all that happens. So we need to figure out our deadweight loss. We need to count up how much of this total happiness that we previously added up will disappear. And we know that this person who's previously getting $15 extra, since they were willing to provide for $35 and they got $50, they no longer are even in the market. So we're going to have to erase that $15 they once got, and we have to add up how much is lost. So this person's $15 worth of disappointment, that goes in there. And actually these first 2 people, previously they got a $30 surplus. Now they only have a $10 surplus. So we have to reduce the surpluses over here to $10. And we have to account in our deadweight loss for the $20 of disappointment that these 2 people had because they previously got $50 and now they only get $30. And then same with this person. This person had a $10 surplus. So let's erase the $15 surplus from up here. That's no longer there. This person had a $10 surplus, but they no longer get that because they're not participating. So we erase their $10 worth of happiness for participating in the market, and we add their deadweight loss. So you can see here what we're doing is we're just adding up everybody's disappointment that we no longer have an equilibrium $50 price. And we do that for all of our producers. The $5 surplus is no longer there. So all of this space, all of this producer surplus has disappeared. It's black because we're really sad about it. So we shouldn't be too surprised that the producers are really upset and experience a lot of miserable disappointment when the government says you cannot charge more than $30. The question is, do the consumers experience any disappointment? And you won't be surprised to learn that they do. So we know that the first 2 do actually get a massage. So person 1 and 2, there's 2 massages to be had in the market. So we can go ahead and leave their consumer surplus. As a matter of fact, if the price is $30, then these 2 people are actually a little bit happier. So these 2 people, previously this person valued it at $100 and was paying $50. They had $50 worth of surplus. Now they value it at $100 and they're paying $30. So this person's surplus actually went up from $50 to, what is that, $70. They're pretty happy. This person is like, yay. Both of these people, in fact, are pretty happy. So this person also, previously they paid $50, now they paid $30, so they're actually getting a discount. This person, instead of getting $40, will get $60 worth of happiness. That they value it at $90, they're only paying $30. So they get $60 worth of happiness. These two people are ecstatic about this. But everybody beyond this point, they don't get a massage. This person would love to buy a $30 massage. They would pay $80 for that. But there's nobody beyond these two people who are willing to produce. So this person's consumer surplus completely disappears because there's no massage therapists out there willing to provide. So we lose that. Oh, and let's see, we just gained a couple of $20 just to account for the two gains here. We did have. I know it's a little weird to think of negative 20. You don't need to pay too much attention to the count over here, but this person did lose their $30 surplus, so that's gone. We have $30 extra in dead weight loss. This person lost their $25 worth of surplus. They were $25 worth of happy. Now their $25 worth of happiness disappeared. That's just disappointment. Same with that person. Same with this person. So all of the consumer surplus beyond this point is gone because these people cannot find a massage therapist. So that means that if we add these people's surplus, all of this surplus is now gone. And that's pretty disappointing. And the area represented in here, the area of disappointment for all the players in the market, this is our dead weight loss. In black, because it's very sad.